1 plus 1 equals 2. 400 times 7 times 0 equals 0. You are always supposed to capitalize a person's name and all the states. Water in a lake will evaporate, condensate, and then precipitate back into the lake. I learned these things in a public school. Where did you learn them? Most will say they learned them in a traditional school like me, but some of you may have been homeschooled. The decision to attend a homeschool or traditional school for you may have been made by your parent or guardian. Some of you may be getting ready to make this decision or may have already made this decision. And for those of you who haven't, what about relatives that you love, such as cousins, nieces, or nephews? I went to a traditional school, and I'm currently studying to become a teacher at a traditional school. I have also done research to determine the advantages and disadvantages of going to a homeschool and traditional school. Today, I hope to persuade you that it is better for a child to go to a traditional school versus homeschool. First, I'll explain to you some of the problems of homeschooling. Next, I'll explain to you some causes. Finally, I'll explain to you a solution to the problem of homeschooling. A child loves the idea of exploring and gaining experiences and exposure to life. Learning at home may hinder this experience to success. It is true that a child being homeschooled, according to the publicschool.org's article, Public School versus Homeschool, that your child will have a calm and safe environment for homeschool. A child will miss out on the learning experiences of working in a group. Many times, a child will be placed with a partner to learn a new subject or topic. Without the learning interaction of a group of kids, a child may not understand what to do if another child is mean or rude to them. Public school is usually where a child gains themselves and learns how to truly speak and express themselves. Students who are homeschooled have difficulty entering college and once accepted, adjusting to the actual college life. In the article, Revisiting the Common Myths of Homeschooling, this here is a myth, but I believe it is a fact. This is because the process to get into college is not easy. And for a person that is homeschooled to enter college, they sometimes have to provide more documentation and go through more vigorous steps. A student once accepted into college may struggle with the adjustment to college life, whether it be classroom sizes, because I was in a classroom of 30 students in high school and had to adjust to a classroom where there were 60 or more kids. So imagine what kind of struggle it may be for someone that is homeschooled, where they're used to learning one-on-one or maybe just with one other person. The problems of homeschooling have causes that can be related to environment and how and what is being taught. So we already know that the environment for homeschooling is calm and safe, and it is restated by articles Public School Reviews. And according to that same article, it states that children that are being homeschooled don't worry about their clothes or whether or not they have the right shoes or how they look. I believe that having a child begin to care about how they look should be taught young. This is because how are they going to dress when they get to college? When they go to college class, someone may be there to give them a job or even write them a recommendation letter. It is important to dress the part. Teaching curriculum is maintained by standardized tests that in most locations a homeschool student and a traditional student must take. But it's not just about the curriculum. School is not just about academics. Although it is the main focus, it is not the only subject being taught in school. Using the example of group work again, children learn relationships and equality of classmates through group work. It is also easier for a child to remember what they did in a group because it is a new group, a new life experience to them. A solution to the problem of homeschooling can be as simple as exposure. The world is an open book, ready to be read and experienced. I need peer pressure, you need peer pressure, because that is what life is. In the article written by the publicschools.org, Homeschool versus Public School, it states, it is believed that it is essential that children learn how to interact and to work with one another for them to be able to build real dynamic skills that are necessary in the real world. A student not only needs interactions with other students, but they need interactions with teachers as well. And this can be done by dual enrollment, suggested by the article Undoing the Us versus Them of Public and Homeschooling. A student may be able to go take a course or something in a public school, or maybe a special class like art, music, or even physical education. So what can you do to help? First of all, you have to care about our future generations, because they are going to be the doctors and the lawyers taking care of you in the future. The article, Revisiting Common Myths About Homeschooling, reminds us that parents, teachers, schools, and the community need to work together to educate all children. It's not just the job of one person or one teacher. Today, I hope to have persuaded you that children belong in a traditional school versus a homeschool. First, I describe some problems, then I address some causes, and finally solutions to the problem. In today's time, education is the most important aspect to carry a person through life. Theodore Roosevelt said, "To educate a man in mind and not in morals is to educate a menace society." Children look to us to make the decisions. The decision is traditional school.